Eating one?
A what?
Rollover?
What's that? The Bronco's on its roof.
Oh no.
Alright guys, we are out here on our advanced
January run.
It is misty, it's wet, we've had a vehicle rollover, we're climbing the rocks right now.
You guys aren't going to want to miss today's adventure. To start off our January advanced group run, we all meet at Overlanders HQ in Redding, California, where we all get a chance to meet and greet with each other, and where we have a quick driver's meeting to go over the planned route for the day. From Overlanders HQ, we'll head to the trailhead where we'll regroup and air down for the run.
So we're airing down our tires right now, we're going down to about 25 PSI on the 4Runner. Just gives us a little bit more comfort and a little bit more traction.
How far you air down is going to depend on the trail and your exact situation. A good rule of thumb would be at least 10 to 15 pounds less than what you run on the street. Running lower air pressure in your tires also decreases the chance of a tire puncture. Trail 4 is an advanced level trail. It's a rocky, rough, steep climb. With today's weather, it definitely is an advanced level run. We have an outstanding group of rigs and people with us today, with manufacturers represented from Ford, Toyota, Dodge, and Land Rover. Now that everybody's aired down, time to get on the trail. The first part of Trail 4 is a steep, steady climb up the mountain. As we're making our way up the hill, we get a call you never want to hear come across the radio.
Eating one?
A what?
Rollover?
What's that? The Bronco's on its roof.
Oh no.
So as soon as we hear that a vehicle is rolled over, we hop out of the rig. We're thinking the vehicle's a few hundred yards behind us, so we start running back to check on the situation. Turns out everyone was a little further back than we anticipated, and we ended up running just over half a mile to reach the scene of the incident.
Oh no.
Hey, you can't park there!
I should have brought the fucking Ranger.
I told him we saw Ford tracks out here like this earlier when at the staging area. I didn't mean it.
How'd you get there?
Broke something on the front end, then when it was sliding backwards up on the fucking hill. Because it was the going backwards part where it's not stopping.
Alright, so we had the Bronco rollover. When it was driving up the hill, something failed in the front hubs. Caused it to roll backwards, roll up on the bank, and rolled over. So, not driver error or do anything crazy like that.
I can't tell you guys how relieved I was to see that Brian and everyone else was okay when we got down to the scene of the rollover. Now that we know everyone's okay, we have to figure out a way to get this Bronco back on its wheels and out of the trail.
Yeah, it's kind of sketch.
Do you have a winch?
Yes.
Okay, he's back there.
Okay.
Todd in this white 4Runner had a winch mounted to the front of his vehicle, so he was able to pull down and start the recovery.
Tree, yeah. You let me know if we need to be anywhere doing anything. Okay.
You got a
Bow
snatch
to you
bike?
guys' experience.
What's that? You got, okay, cool. You got a snatch? Yeah.
So what we've done is set a snatch block at the base of the pine tree, ran the winch line through that to give us a better pulling angle to try to pull the Bronco back upright.
Yep.
Pull in.
Pull in.
I can't see very well, so I'm relying on you guys.
Good.
I'll be here talking to you. Alright? Keep going, you're just sucking into the truck.
Alright, stop.
Hold it, hold
Stop. Kip, can you hook onto the back of him as an anchor, please?
So, release some tension.
Yes. Yeah. That's good.
After a quick test pull, we see that the 4Runner's getting pulled forward. We have Kip and his 4Runner attached to Todd and his 4Runner as an anchor to give us more weight back there to keep the 4Runner from moving while it's winching.
So I got your remote so I can see. You hear that?
I agree.
Okay. And you're watching and I'm...
Won't break.
Yeah.
Feels good?
Okay, everybody ready? Out of the road!
If it rolls down, we don't want nobody behind it.
Filming?
Good?
Yep.
Watch that tree for me. You can see a better angle. I'm just going to take tension so it doesn't move.
With the Bronco back on its side, we're halfway to having it back on its wheels. So we tried rigging the winch line to the frame of the vehicle, and it just wasn't enough leverage to get the vehicle turned over.
Further back, you think? Or
Huh?
you think further back on the frame?
Now we'll get the winch line reset and get it rigged up to the A-pillar on the driver's side of the Bronco. Hopefully this will give us enough leverage to pull the vehicle over.
Good? Ready. Clear.
And just like that, we have the Bronco back on its wheels.
A little more? Okay.
Clear that back, that rock.
Okay. I don't know. Okay, cool. Sorry. If I give it a little more, it pulls it forward.
I would.
Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, go.
Yeah, flat.
So if we put it here, then we come around here and pull it straight.
Yeah.
On the front bumper.
I think we're going to want to point it that way.
Yeah. I don't think I want to. I don't know. I mean, I can always try finishing the rest, but.
I don't think it's going
You don't want to go up the hill?
closer that way.
Ah, going up the hill. If it rains, it doesn't matter. You got a clean windshield.
With the vehicle upright, our next step is going to be getting it fired back up. Luckily, while the vehicle was upside down, Brian went ahead and took that time to repair his broken hub. So if we can get it running, he should be able to drive it home. With the vehicle being upside down, we decided to take the time to pull the spark plugs and blow all that excess oil out of the cylinders.
Yep.
Good. Good.
Yep.
Blew some out of that back one.
That's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
This was time well spent, as the rig fired right up on the first try. We get Brian turned around, and he's able to drive his rig home. With the vehicle rollover taken care of, it's time to get back out on the trail. As we head up the mountain, it is a snotty, nasty mess. Kip in his Toyota 4Runner does a great job of keeping his wheel speed up, clearing the mud out of his tires, allowing him to get traction and make it up the trail. Next up the muddy section, we have Colton in his second gen Tacoma, and he comes in with some speed. Let's see if he can make it through. And he gets hung up just right at the end.
See if you can turn towards passenger to back up, to bring your tail end towards me. Another foot. Okay, no more than that.
And then driver's side.
Yeah, kind of how you're aimed, and then, you know, come up into that buckbrush. Awesome.
Next up, we have Scott in his green TRD Pro Tacoma. Given that Scott's running a stock street tire, he's doing a great job working his way through the mud.
There you go, you're over the hardest part.
Here come Mike and Michelle in the Tacoma, and it looks like that rock's giving everybody trouble. Why don't you throw that rear locker in and give her the beans, Mike? With everyone through the muddy section of the trail, now we just have one large rock to get through. Let's see if everyone can make it over the rock without too much damage.
Nice.
Are you here today?
Yeah, Bronco can come on up now.
Boy, with his lift and larger tires, Colton sure makes that look easy. Scott just needs a little bit more momentum to make it up this section of the trail.
Bronco had absolutely no issues up that.
Now that's it. Hit that rock slider off the rock. That's what they're for.
Go ahead and send the next one.
We have Azim in his Ford Bronco. Making easy work of the rock section. With everybody through the muddy section of the trail, we're on to our next obstacle, a down tree in the trail. This one isn't too bad, just sticking out a little too far for everyone to get past, so we'll trim it up and get back out on the trail. After all the excitement we've already had on the trail today, we are finally to our first planned obstacle, and this is what we call the rock garden. And there's a couple different lines that you can take through here, depending on your vehicle and your skill level. Ed leads the way in his 4th gen 4Runner, making easy work of the rocks. Stuart in his Land Rover Defender 110 did an absolutely amazing job. It was so cool to watch him work his way through the rocks. Those Land Rovers are extremely capable.
We got some big boys coming up now.
The engine sounds you're hearing as Stuart's making his way up the hill in his Land Rover are coming from these two Toyotas with large tires. After seeing those rigs with big tires go through, do you think a stock Tacoma, brand new with street tires, can make it through? Let's take a look.
Buy stock Tacoma, you don't need anything else.
Tell you guys, those Tacomas are built different. Extremely capable rigs. Now it's Mike and Michelle's turn in their Tacoma. Their Tacoma does have a little bit of a lift and running a little bit larger tire.
I wasn't sure if I'd fucking clear that rock, so I'd put a wheel on it.
Good.
Straight, you're good. You're good. You're gonna put a wheel on a rock. You're good. Keep it going. Slow. There you go. You're over the rock. I went around this way. Keep going. Gonna hit. Everyone else turn around. You're good. I went that way.
Great job, Mike. You guys sure made that look easy.
Yeah. Driver. No driver.
All right, Mario, let's see if that beautiful 3rd Gen 4Runner can make it to the top. Boy, Mario's picking a tough line here. Let's see if he can make it. And he just runs out of clearance.
Thought he was gonna hang up. Yeah. Good try. Turn right there. Let's see if we can get you over it. Driver. Come forward. Come forward. Okay, better here.
And with that, Mario does a great job making it up the rock section. He's the last one in the group that wanted to attempt this obstacle. So now it's time for a quick lunch on the trail before we're on to our last and final obstacle, the root section.
All right, guys, coming up on the root section now. Here's what we're going to be coming up. See how everybody does. Oh, you're almost there. Oh, so. Try it again. Boy, that is slick.
Well, after multiple great attempts, Levita's going to call it and take the bypass around the obstacle and give everyone else a chance to try their hand at the root section.
It's sending it.
While this obstacle doesn't look very hard, there's a couple roots across the trail that just make it very hard to come up with low traction situations, like today when it's very wet.
Almost. Yeah, I don't know if you're gonna make that.
Ed gives it a great try, but it's not in his cards today, so time to back up and take the bypass.
Oh! Oh! And he did it.
Boy, Stuart does an outstanding job keeping that skinny pedal down, keeping his momentum going, and making it up the root section.
Coming in hot. Holy crap. Yeah, buddy.
Hey, bud. Momentum is your friend sometimes.
All the momentum.
Well, with Stuart and Todd figuring out all you need is a little momentum, let's see if Colton can make it up. Oh, almost. Dig. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Made it. Good job.
Now it's up to Azim and his Ford Bronco. And he makes that look easy.
All right.
Now it's up to Joe and his stock Tacoma. He has a little bit longer wheelbase, so not as much momentum is needed to make it over the roots. Last one to attempt the root section today will be Mario and his 3rd Gen 4Runner. Let's see if he can keep enough momentum to make it past that last set of roots.
So close. A little more momentum.
That was a great try, but just not quite enough to make it over.
Alrighty, so we've made it to Hang Glider Hill. This is kind of the midpoint in the trail. We'll hang out for a little bit and head back down.
Pretty sure those are his handlebars.
So we make our way down the backside of Hang Glider Hill.
All right, guys, we are airing up. That's going to do it for today. Thanks for coming with us on our
January run.
advanced run to Trail 4 at the Shasta Chappie OHV Park. We will see you out on the trail next time.